Hey guys. All right, I hope you guys can see me. I know it's kind of dark. Hold on just a second. I just got done doing my skincare. All right. There we go. That's kind of a little bit better, I think. It'll help. Okay. All right. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name's Nicole and I'm an addict, and my sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And what I do to stay sober a lot is I do these meditations, and I would love to do one today with you guys. So I'm going to pull it up. Hey girl, what's going on? I'm going to pull it up and we're going to do it for tonight, okay? Hey Lou. Good, I'm glad you guys are here. I am very glad you guys are here. Daily recovery, okay. Today's the 10th, right you guys? Okay. Bing. 8/10/2019. Thank you, sister. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Nate, will you lower that just a little bit, baby? All right. Here we go, you guys. So, I'm just tired. Okay. Nate, lower that all the way, please. All the way. Thank you. Okay, here we go, you guys. So our meditation for this evening is redoubling our efforts. August 10th, 2019, redoubling our efforts. To a degree, he has already done this when taking moral inventory. But now the time has come when he ought to redouble his efforts to see how many people he has hurt and in what ways. And that's from the 12 Steps and the 12 Traditions, page 77. As I continue to grow in my sobriety, I become more aware of myself as a person of worth. In the process, I am better able to see others as persons. And with this comes the realization that these were people whom I had hurt in my drinking days. I just didn't lie. I lied about Tom. I didn't just cheat, I cheated Joe. What were seemingly impersonal acts were really personal affronts because it was people of worth who I had harmed. I need to do something about the people I have hurt so that I may enjoy a peaceful sobriety. Okay, go ahead, baby. Now I'm going to read that one more time. As I continue to grow in sobriety, I become more aware of myself as a person of worth. In the process, I am better able to see other persons. And with this comes the realization that these were people who I had hurt in my drinking and addiction days. I didn't just lie, I lied about Tom. I didn't just cheat, I cheated Joe. What were seemingly impersonal acts were really personal affronts because it was people of worth whom I had harmed. I need to do something about the people I've hurt so that I may enjoy a peaceful sobriety. Okay, so today I was doing a live stream, and one of our people came in, George from My Benzo Hell came in, and he was talking about how one of his friends had overdosed. And while we were talking about that, I got really emotional, and I just broke down. I just started crying. And my mom had just entered the chat, and I started crying because I was thinking about my mom and dad being worried about me when I was in active addiction. And it just made me, I think about that all the time, and I think about how much hell I put my family through, and how much I hurt my husband, and how much I hurt my son, and how much I hurt my sisters and my parents when I was in active addiction. I never cared about what I did to anybody, especially when I was in active addiction, you guys. I didn't care if, I said things that were inappropriate. I didn't care if I stepped on your toes. I didn't care if I was out drunk. And got sober, that I started to realize that everything I have ever done in my addiction, and sometimes before I got high, was so selfish and self-seeking, and that I was actually hurting other people, and that my actions have repercussions. Because for some reason, when I was in active addiction, it was like I was just riding high on this wave, right? I wasn't bothering nobody. I wasn't hurting anybody. But that's a lie. And a lot of us will say that. A lot of us will say that. I know for me, I would say that. I'm not hurting my son. I'm a great mom. I take care of him. But no, you guys, if you're on drugs, then you're not being present in your kids' lives. It doesn't matter if you are able to keep it together and function. Being high takes away a piece of you. And so, therefore, you're not being present for your children, right? And so this was a huge realization for me. I need to go to bed. Okay, go ahead. I'll be right there. It was a huge realization for me to realize that I was hurting people in my life who I cared about. And then when I really started to realize it, now that I'm sober, it is a fucking slap in the face. And it just makes me, I get emotional about it because I know how many people I hurt, you know? But the beautiful thing about getting sober is that there are these 12 steps, and that I can make amends for the things that I did when I was in active addiction. And I don't have to carry around that guilt and shame. I don't have to beat myself up every single day for the mistakes I made. I can make it right. Hold on just a second. I can make it right. I'm coming. Oh, your old mom's coming. You really need to learn how to do this yourself. Because what you going to do when you go to school?
I'm with my
Days. Ow! Aye! I gotcha. Aye! Love you. Love you, Scooby-Dooby. Okay. That's the great thing about sobriety today, is that I can make amends. And you know what? One thing I want to share with you guys. Oh, there we go. The type of amends that I'm making to my parents now, they're living amends. Because they were so used to me saying, I'm getting sober, I'm never going back, right? And they would hear that story over and over and over again about how I was getting sober, I was changing my way, right? Changing my ways. And then what would happen is I would either get sober and relapse, or I wouldn't get sober at all. And so they just heard the same thing. Hey, Cindy, over and over and over again. And it became the normal thing became to not believe me. They couldn't trust me. They couldn't trust that I was actually going to follow through. So now that I'm sober and I followed through and actually did it, because you guys got to understand something. I probably told my parents I was getting sober over 100 times. I know for a fact that they've been to see me in rehab and prison 6 times. That's 6 times right there. That I gave them hope that I was going to get my life together, and then came out and didn't. And so now, you know, instead of coming out of treatment and calling my parents when my son got taken away and saying, okay, I'm going to get sober, I didn't even do that. I just called them. I told them, I'm out. I'll see you when I see you. And I got to work, and I started changing my behaviors, and I started actually following through. And now, 4 years later, my parents see, hey, she's serious. She's going to stay sober this time. But it took a lot of work, you guys. So if you're in that point of your life where you're thinking, I've hurt so many people, you know, how am I ever going to make up for this? Just know that the only thing you have to do is stay sober. That's how you're going to show your family. That's how you're going to give back to them. That's how you're going to prove them and tell them, I love you. I mean it. This time I'm serious. You're going to live it in your actions. Okay. One more reading and then we'll go to bed. Okay? I kind of want to read something to put us to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, bub.
In my pants.
Yeah.
In my pants, something hurts.
Something hurts in your pants.
That's why
You taking them off? Okay, take them off.
I just did.
Okay, go get you a different pair.
I couldn't find it.
Okay, so here's one thing I'm going to read.
I couldn't find it.
Okay, I'm coming, and then just hold on just a second, Nate. So we just got done doing step 4 and 5 over on our big book study on Monday nights. So what I want to do is okay, so 4, 5, and 6 are all kind of together. Okay, then 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, and 12 are maintenance steps. So what I want to read to you guys, it kind of ties into what I was talking to you guys about just now, about living your amends. So this is step 7.
Should I walk?
It says, step 7. Humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. What is humility? What can it mean to us? The avenue to true freedom of the human spirit. Necessary aid to survival. Value of ego puncturing. Failure and misery transformed by humility. Strength from weakness. Pain is the admission price to a new life. Self-centered fear, chief activator of defects. Step 7 is change in attitude, which permits us to move out of ourselves towards God. So when you start to try and make your amends and you're getting on that track, that's what you're going to do. You're going to ask your higher power to remove your shortcomings, right? And then you're going to make direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Boom. So take it one day at a time.
Mom, I have no pants on.
Okay, well, don't come over here. Stay right there. Steps 1 through 12 go in order for a reason. So if you are if you're early in your sobriety, you're just 30, 90, 60, 120, 6 months sober, don't get overwhelmed. Hey, Angel, don't think, I have to make an amends now. I have to do this now. Take your time. Work on yourself and get better on the inside, and then worry about that. Take everything in strides and go in order, okay, guys? So I hope you guys have a good night. I really wanted to do that meditation with you guys, and I want you guys to forgive yourselves, okay? I understand. I'm so hard on myself, and I don't forgive myself for a lot of the things that I did when I was in active addiction. But in order for me to heal and to move forward, I have to start forgiving myself. And so do you. We all have to start forgiving ourselves. So, I love you guys, and I'm not going to upload tomorrow, but Monday morning, or Monday night, we're going to do Big Book Study. So I hope you guys will all come Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for, I think we're in the chapter Into Action in the Big Book. So I'll see you guys then. Also, if you hadn't seen, I uploaded 2 story times today that are absolutely hilarious. If you haven't watched it, go over there and watch it and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about the new thumbnails that Annie's doing. Tell me what you think about the story time. I want to hear you guys' opinion. Comment, like, and subscribe. Y'all know the deal. Help me out, you guys. Help me out. Help me with the algorithm. We got to get your girl pumping out there into recommendations, okay? All right, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on Monday night at 7.
Really important that my pants off. Somebody might come out and see me.
Who, Nate? Somebody gonna break it?